Oh, very good morning, dear students. In today's class, I'm going to discuss about business analytics basics, some of the basic concept of business analytics. So, as a business analytics student, you should know the meaning for business analytics. So, what do you mean by business analytics? So, it is a data management solution. So, how effectively you are managing the data that is available within the organization, what kind of methodologies or what kind of procedures, what kind of technologies or what kind of skills that you are using it in order to analyze the data. So what are the technologies or what are the tools that you use to data is nothing but some of the statistical tools or you may use some of the statistical analysis and predictive analysis as well for analyzing the data. So why should you analyze the data? You should analyze the data in order to get some useful information. Okay, and by analyzing the data, you'll be getting the useful information, and through that useful information, you can finally able to identify or finally able to predict some of the trend and outcomes of your business activities. Okay, so this outcome and this trend of your business activities will finally help you to solve the very complex business problems and thereby helpful for making some important business decision. Okay, so this is the basic meaning for business analytics. So what do you do as a data analyst? What do you do? What is the role of the data analyst? So data analyst analyze a data set. Basically, you will be analyzing data set and find way or find a solution okay, he will be coming with some solution for various problems. So you may as a business manager, you have to face various problems in your day-to-day life. Okay, as a business manager, you have to face day-to-day in your day-to-day operations. So like basically you may like customers give some feedback. Customers may be dissatisfied with the product, and they may give some negative feedback, and they may give some positive feedback. So in a business organization, there will be various department. Each department will have a different problems. So as a data analyst, you have to analyze all those problems and you have to identify which data is required for solving the different problem of the different department. Okay. And finally, as a data analyst, you have to give the solution. Okay. So what do you mean by data management? Data management is first to start with the collection of data. After collecting the data from various database sources such as ERP and such as CRM and other marketing functionalities, other kind of functions such as data from other kind of functions such as marketing, HR, finance. Okay, so as a data analyst, your responsibility is to collect the data from various database sources such as I told you just now, CRM, ERP, marketing database, and HR database, and finance database. Okay, and like you have to collect the data from various data sources. After collecting it, you have to store it. So before storing it, there is a process called as ETL, where you will be studying it elaborately in the upcoming sessions or upcoming classes. Okay, so data management involves various steps and procedures. The first step starts with the collection of data. Where will you collect? So you have to be aware about from where you are going to collect the data. After collecting the data, immediately collecting the data, what is the next step? The next step can be called as the ETL process, that is extracting the data. After immediately extracting the data may have some errors. So there may be some duplication of data, there may be some missing values in the data. Okay, so as a data manager, you cannot analyze the raw data. Okay, so if you analyze the raw data, there may be you will not get the accurate result. If you want to get the accurate result before before sending it to the before sending it for analysis process, there is a requirement for transforming the data. So you need to transform the raw data where the raw data consists of some error in it. Okay, so transforming the data or modifying the raw data is essential. So immediately after collecting the data, immediately after extracting the data, the next step is nothing but transforming the data. So for transforming the data, there are some tools. Okay, there are some procedures for transforming the data. So immediately after transforming the data, the next step is to store the data. Okay, that is nothing but loading. In the ETL process, E stands for extracting, T stands for transforming, and L stands for loading. Okay, for loading, we have various applications. Okay, for loading, we have various applications, and one important application which you have to know is nothing but data warehouse. Okay, the transformed data will be stored in the data warehouse. It is a centralized data repository of any organization. Okay, so so basically what in a data management, what we are doing or what the data analyst will do, how he is managing the data, he will be collecting the data by the process, by making the process called as ETL, extract, transform and loading. Okay, so immediately after extracting the data has to be transformed where the raw data will be modified based on the requirement of the data analyst in order to get the accurate result. Okay, so after analyzing, after extracting it, after transforming it, it has to be loaded. Okay, so okay, so after loading, what is the what the data analyst will do? The data analyst will be finally extract the data again from the data warehouse, and he will be analyzing it. How he will what methodologies he will be used for analyzing it? He will be making use of some of the basic statistical tools. If it is a simple problem, if the problem is very complex, if the data is very massive data, if the volume of the data is very high, okay, and then if the problem is also very complex, in such a case, what the data analyst can do, the data analyst can make use of some machine learning algorithms to solve the complex problems. So this is how the data can be managed by the data managers or data analysts.